C5.
Hit. B8.
You sunk my battleship.
Hey there guys, how are ya? So before I scissor kick my window out and I dive out of it into a pool of your questions, I want to tell you guys about George Takei, you know, the guy who used to fly the original Enterprise. He has a YouTube series called Takei's Take with guest appearances from other YouTubers where he talks about technology and trends. It's a good time. So if you want to watch George Takei tackle gaming and a whole bunch of other fun stuff, click the annotation right here, subscribe, tell him Johnny Flickster sent you, go there, watch all the newest episodes of Takei's Take. It's a good time. Oh my. That was my impression. I can't do it, like my voice isn't quite deep enough. Let me try it one more time. I gotta get closer to the microphone. Oh my. Okay, I'm still, yeah, check it out guys. Let's just start the Q&A. Alright, it's time for a new Q&A. I don't know what that was. I think I literally just had a stroke on camera in front of you. So anyway, guys, I got a lot of questions here, a lot of old questions I want to go over and a few new ones. So let's just dive into the questions, okay? We don't need the whole intro, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? It doesn't matter. I'm going to answer your questions. All right, let's gonna get a little bit crazy today because I'm a little hopped up and I'm ready to go. So the first question is, John, what do you think about Justin Bieber being arrested in Florida? Well, when I first seen this in my newsfeed earlier today, Facebook, I call it my newsfeed, I was like, what did this young feminist activist do to get arrested? And then I was like, oh, that's Justin Bieber. So Justin Bieber, he's a rich kid who doesn't understand the consequences of life. And I will just say this, if I could put Justin Bieber down in my basement just for one night, in a large pickle jar, and I could have unlimited access to violence and kitchen utensils, I could change that kid's life. He wouldn't be able to walk anymore or talk because I would cut out his tongue, but I think I could change his outlook on life and make him a better human being. And that just got really dark and violent, but that's what it takes. Sometimes it just takes violence to fix a problem. Not always. I'm not an advocate of violence, but sometimes some people require it. And Justin Bieber needs a good spanking. Okay? And by spanking I mean I want to pour acid in his eyeballs. You should do a podcast. Absolutely, I agree. The podcast is definitely. What do you think I bought this thing? I mean, it makes me feel better about who I am and what I'm doing, but I bought this for a reason. Just holding it makes me feel powerful. But podcasts, I do want to do podcasts. I want to do more live streams. I just setting it all up, making it happen. And by the way, if I did podcasts, let me know this. I'll just ask you guys, would you download the podcasts? I'm not gonna charge you guys for it. I just want to know, would you take the time to download like an MP3 of a podcast? That's my question to you. John, do you watch Game of Thrones? If so, what's your opinion on it? I don't watch it. I literally have all the seasons downloaded right here on my computer. I need to take the time and watch it. I've just been busy lately. Hey, John, have you seen Highlander? The original Highlander I always liked. My stepdad always liked the show or the movie, and I watched it a few times. I don't remember a lot of details about it, but it was okay. By the way, I'm reading the questions off my phone today. I feel more agile holding it, you know? I almost want to take the camera and start walking around my house answering questions. Hey John, did you get the steelbook of Fast 6? Yes, I did, actually. It's sitting over here right now. There it is. I did, and I'll tell you something about this movie. I thought the movie was okay in the theater, but when I was watching it again at home, I was just kind of getting bored by it. I was like, maybe I wasn't in the mood. I was just like, I don't care what's happening right now. I think the only reason I bought it is because I was like, you know what, this is one of Paul Walker's last movies. I was like, yeah, I'll buy it. So, hoo-ha, that is crazy. John is a cool dude. Thanks, man. Hey, Johnny Sims, what would you do if you found out that Lights Camera Jackson was your lost child and he had to live with you down in the Flick Cave? Well, let's go back to the first question. Once again, I'd keep him in a large pickle jar down in my basement. Lights Camera Jackson. I'm not gonna do it. Not this video. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. I can't. Nope. Okay, we're not gonna talk about them. You need to watch Arrow. I will if I ever come across it on TV. What are your thoughts on Dumb and Dumber 2? I seen one production photo from it. I'm curious. I hope it's good. But the directors, the Farley brothers, have been a little bit disappointing of the last decade. I think the Three Stooges speaks volumes for what they're doing nowadays. Hey Flicksters, Hey Flickster, if Kick-Ass 3 happens, what would you want to happen? Apparently, major characters are supposed to die. Who would that be? No clue, but I know in the graphic novel or comic books, I know that at the end of that comic book, which Kick-Ass 2 was based on, Hit Girl actually goes to jail/prison, but in the movie, you know, that doesn't quite happen. But I don't know. Kill everyone. Like, do something different. Do something no other comic book movie's done. Just kill them all. Flick trips? Question mark. Flick trips. Keep in mind the flick trips. Right now it's wintertime, and to sit there and do videos in the car in the wintertime, it's a little bit depressing to me. It's a pain in the ass. So that's more of a summertime, springtime kind of thing. So I'll take you guys out in the car again, I promise you. We will go on an adventure. Hey, Johnny. That was somewhat clear Shining reference. What is your opinion on the movie Vertigo? Seen it once, don't remember a lot about it, but Hitchcock, classic. You gotta love the guy, and that's a filmmaker. But I don't remember details about the movie, so I can't give you my long, prolific thought process on it. I like the nickname this guy calls me. I really do like it. Hey, Johnny Big Dick. What movie are you most looking forward to in 2014? Speaking of that, I have a list here of movies, and I was going to make a video on the FlickPick channel. A quick video talking about these. But most looking forward to. That's a good question. Maybe Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, or maybe possibly, where is it? X-Men: Days of Future Past. So, hey Johnny Flickensberg, what's your favorite Breaking Bad episode and or favorite Breaking Bad season? Hard to say which season. I would say maybe the last season was one of the best, but also season number 4 was pretty good. 4 Days Out, I believe that's the name of the episode where Jesse and Walt go out into the desert and cook in the RV, and the RV breaks down and they're stuck out there. I think that was one of the better episodes that kind of showcases their relationship together type thing, and that was, I don't know, it was just one of those fun episodes that really got me into Breaking Bad. So, what is your favorite Martin Scorsese movie? I'm going to say Taxi Driver's number 1, and I know it's brand new, but Wolf of Wall Street would probably be number 2. So Taxi Driver, then Wolf of Wall Street, and then maybe Casino, then Departed, then maybe Cape Fear, and then Goodfellas is a good movie, and a lot of people love it, but it's definitely towards the bottom of my list on Scorsese movies. Just because all of his other movies I can go back and rewatch, but that movie I don't ever get the urge to rewatch it. Hey Johnny Flickenmeister, when are you gonna do a Marky Mark impression or dress like Batman in one of your Q&As? I do a Mark Wahlberg impression in every Q&A, to the point where it's painful to do it anymore. Hey, I've been thinking a lot about my name, Jack. Hey John, I'm a really big fan. I love your reviews and your Q&As. I was just wondering, what do you think of the Harry Potter film series, and have you ever considered reviewing them? No, I haven't considered reviewing them. I probably never will. And as far as Harry Potter goes, I'm sorry, don't hate me, just stick with me for a second. Different strokes for different folks. I just was never a huge fan. Not to say they're not well made, not to say I don't get why people love them. For me, just I don't connect with them. You know, I don't know what it is. Maybe I was just a year or two old when that got popular. I don't know what it was. A lot of my friends love them. I don't know. It's just something there. I was like, it's cool. I get it. Okay, but not for me. Okay. Podcast. Yes, making it an audio only one even better. Yes, people. I mentioned podcasts before, so this is why people are talking about it. So, hey Johnny McFlick, can you say in Nick Cage voice? No, I can't. What's the matter? Your father not go to enough school plays? What movie is that from? Here, watch your girlfriend. Oh. Okay, it's getting weird. Yo, Johnny Johansson, you should make a t-shirt saying flick, pick, movies, life advice, and actress appreciation. That's not bad. Somebody said make a t-shirt saying it's gonna get a little bit dark, it's gonna get a little bit creepy, but that's okay. And I might make that t-shirt. Hey Johnny boy, my question is, what are your thoughts on HFR, like the Hobbit movies? Have you seen any? I've seen all of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. I definitely preferred Desolation of Smaug over An Unexpected Journey. And I prefer these Q&As instead of the live streams. That's interesting. I wonder why. I see, for me, I've always preferred to watch things live. Like, when you see somebody live, you're like, yep, that's them. That's exactly what they're capable of doing. That's what they are doing. And they can't kind of protect their own ass. Something about that's just a little bit scary and a little bit edgy. So, for me, I like doing the live streams. Plus, you can ask questions live, interact with me live. But I'll still do these pre-recorded Q&As every once in a while. Hey John, you should watch Trick or Treat. Maybe. I've heard mixed things. Where do you find $5 Blu-rays? Gotta go to pawn shops. You gotta go to crazy little dirty hole-in-the-wall places. Hey John, what are you doing over there? I can do it again, Jack. You guys know me too good. John, you answered my question and it made me freak out. You're so awesome. Anyway, my question, thanks, man. Shit like that's what keeps me going in life. Like, without that, I am nothing. My question is, what should I do to make more friends at school? I don't know. You gotta be witty. You gotta be a little bit courageous. You gotta go in there with a little bit of confidence, and you gotta just find your right moment. You know, you gotta find one thing that you could connect with other people. And I don't know, you know, for me, how many friends do you want? For me, I've always had acquaintances. I've always had people like, oh, hey man, what's up? Or, oh, okay, I can have a quick conversation with them. But preferably, I don't like to have a lot of, like, I keep like 3 or 4 close friends, and that's what I like, because I don't know, maybe I'm antisocial. I don't know. You know what it is? I don't like to consider someone my close friend unless I can feel like I could be stuck in an elevator for 3 days with this person and not want to kill them. That's my motto for friendship. But how to make new friends? Just go to social events, talk to people. If you could be Walter White for a day, would you do it? Just for a day? Depending on what day it was? Because that guy had a lot of shitty days. I mean, I don't think I'd want to be Walter White the day I found out I had cancer. That would be a little bit depressing. But maybe the day where he had the whole storage unit full of money, I'd probably be him for that day. But what I'd do is actually make his life better, because, you know, I'd be like, hey guys, I'm not going to cook meth anymore because it's too fucking risky. Skylar, you're kind of a bitch, but that's okay. Walt Jr., you're awesome. Keep doing your thing. So I'm going to take all my money and I'm going to retire and I'm going to move my family out of New Mexico, and we're just going to live a happy life. Because I already have more money than I know what to do with. Okay? I know I'm having a midlife crisis. Alright? And that's why I have to keep doing this, to prove my manhood. But, you know, it's not about that anymore. I got a whole bunch of money. We're getting out of here. That's what I would do. And then I'd save his life. But then again, the show would probably end right there. Sorry, my thing just lost where I was at in the questions. Hang on a second. My name's Morgan Freeman. My freckles are darker than my nipples. That was a question, I shit you not. Hey John, why aren't you keeping up with movie reviews? What's your review for the... Oh, okay, this is an old question. As far as movie reviews go, you know, I don't want to be that guy who reviews every single movie. There's other guys on YouTube who do it, and they do it great. I just want to review the movies I want to review. I mean, if I want to go see a terrible movie, I'll review it. If I want to see a great movie, I'll go over, you know, I don't want to review every single movie because to me that gets tedious, it's tiresome, and I don't find it fun, or I don't feel like I can exhibit like a creative ability when I make the videos. Unless I can do something slightly creative when I make a video or push record, that's what gets me motivated to actually make a video. Without that, I'm not going to make it. So to review mediocre movies, I refuse to do it. Hey John, can I get a shout out from Carmel, Indiana, Mr. Pankrats. Hello, Mr. Pankrats. I answered this. Answered this. Answered this. Hey there, bum flick, how is life? And also, my brother has never seen Tiny Todd. You spelled Tiny Tob, but I'll forgive you. Tiny Todd before, and it would be nice if you could show him. He's over there, but I refuse to get up right now. Hey Johnny boy, if you, Jeremy John, Schmoes No, and Chris Tuckman were stranded on an island, what would you do, and how long would it take for you guys to start killing each other? I don't know. I something about being stranded on an island with a few other guys, like something inside of me, my animal instincts, like my primal urges to be the alpha male would kick in, and I'd start like separating from the group, and slowly but surely, because I'm all about survival, okay? I'd slowly start killing one by one. The schmoes would probably be like teamed up a little bit, so it'd be a little bit tough because there's two of them, but maybe I could make some kind of stick out of bamboo and coconuts and, you know, smash one of their skulls in. And then, of course, I'd eat their body because I got to eat it because cannibalistic instincts and my animal urges would kick in, and I'd go into Neanderthal mode. And this question's getting carried away. Hey, man, but that was a complete honest truth. Hey man, you're one of the coolest YouTubers I know. Thank you. I appreciate that. I always watch your Q&A while I'm working out. Could I get a shout out? And that comes from Benjamin DeWolf. And I'd like to know if you'd like if more Michael Fassbender would become Batman. If Michael Fassbender would become Batman. Fassbender as Batman. Well, he's already Magneto, but I think he could pull off a Batman. Sure, I don't have any complaints there. If you gave me the option of him being Batman over Ben Affleck, I'd probably say Fassbender, yeah. Hey, Flickster, great channel you have. Ever seen the TV series Sandbaggers? No, I have not. Hey, John, have you ever seen American Werewolf in London? Yes, I have. American Psycho 2. American Psycho 2 with Mila Kunis. Watched 12 minutes of it. I was like, fuck this. And I left. Hey, John. Love your videos. Keep them coming. I'm definitely, for the podcast thing, 2 questions. What's the oldest movie in your collection? Maybe The Wizard of Oz. That could, the year it's made, but oldest movie I own, I don't know. Hey Johnny, what's your favorite Disney movie, not including Pixar? We're gonna go with, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. Peter Pan. I always wanted to be like a little magical flying boy that goes into little kids' windows and takes them away to Neverland. And I know how creepy that sounds, but that's the truth. Hey, John, can we get another Santa Bane video? I think one was more than enough for a lifetime. Hey, John, do you believe in Santa Claus? I do. Yeah, I mean, part of me wants to believe that an old man's gonna sneak in my house and leave me shit, but I just thinking about that makes me happy. It's like, if that could just really happen, I'd be a really good kid all year, but unfortunately it doesn't. John, have you seen the Scanner Darkly Unreal animation? No, I have not. Hey John, my last name is Wettenstein. At school, I'm picked on because it has the word wet in it. Do you ever get picked on because your last name at school? Well, my last name's Flickinger, and when you capitalize Flickinger, as you can see right there, capitalize flick, what does it look like? It looks like the word fuck. But from a marketing standpoint, I kind of like that because from a distance, you're like, you got to double check it, and you're like, oh, okay. But I remember in school, substitute teachers, when they read my name off on the call sheet, they'd be like, Miss John Flickinger? I'd be like, no, keep it. I like how you said it the first time around. Keep it that way. But I never got made fun of. It was always commented on. Hey, Mr. Fitaflick, you renamed me my girlfriend. That scares me. Okay. John and Stuckman doing a podcast. Fuck yeah. Hey, John a Flick a Dick. What are your... I love the nicknames. I love them. Thoughts of No Country for Old Men. Great movie. No complaints. I want a gun like he has in that movie. What's your favorite line from The Big Lebowski? Shut the fuck up, Donnie. I don't know. Hey, man, there's a beverage here. Hey, John, how come you don't have your girlfriend in your videos? I think she would be awesome sidekick. I don't know, just because my girlfriend has literally almost zero of the interest I have. So I'd be sitting there, hey guys, so blah blah blah, and she'd be sitting there like a lump on a log, and I'm like, okay, do you want to talk? And she'd be like, no. I'd be like, okay, hey, this makes sense. I'll just, I could set her like as a prop on my desk, just sitting there. Hey Johnny, Care Bear, if you were a character on Seinfeld, who would you be? I would be Jerry. What's with the peanuts? First you can't open them, then you can't close them, and then the plane goes up. What's this all about? That was my Seinfeld impression. Not very good? It was okay. Let's answer a few more questions here. You listen to Eminem? Not in a very, very long time. John, what did you study in college? I studied graphic design. I have a degree in my degree is in applied science of graphic design. I used it a few times in my life, but you know what? The concept of, and I'll tell you why I never got. I did it for 1 year. I think, well, a year and a half. I worked an actual job where I used my degree. But I'll tell you what. When you think about doing the same job or the same line of work every day for the rest of your life. Like, it's like, oh, I'm going to be a graphic designer, so I'm going to go work at this place and sit in a cubicle all day long and design shit. Which is okay, I guess, some days, and you're getting a little bit of money for it, but the concept of that frightened me, and I ran away from it, and I started doing jobs that had no responsibility, and I could just do what I want and make a little bit of money. And to me, I like jobs where you don't have to go there from 9 to 5. I like jobs where you can kind of be a slacker but still have an income and pay your bills and shit. But for me, I value my time over money. I will take a pay cut if I can have more of my own personal time. Because in the end, it's all about time. It's about doing what you want to do. And that's how you should judge the quality of life. I know this is a weird last question, but I figured I would go further and deeper than I need to, just to express my feelings. But that's what you have to do in life. This is how you judge the quality of life. having the time to do what you want to do and the ability to do so. And for me, I have that ability. I can basically do whatever I want to do. I mean, do I want to go skydiving and swim with great white sharks? Not really, but do I want to drive to the gym, buy some movies, go to the theater, come home, eat a bag of popcorn, make a few YouTube videos, talk to you guys? That's what I want to do. Keep it simple. That's what you should do. And financially, if you do that, you should be able to achieve all your goals. So I value my time over money. Did that even apply to the question? Possibly. Maybe not. So anyway, that's my life advice to you guys, and I think I'm going to leave it there on a positive note. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Ask anything and everything down below. You guys know how it goes. I will do some more live streams and some more videos over on the FlickPick channel. And by the way, this is one of my FlickPick t-shirts. I'll put a link to that down below if you want a closer look at it. And I just made a new one, Back to the FlickPick. It's like a Back to the Future parody type shirt. Really cool. I ordered one the other day. I'm waiting for it to come in. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.